Hey everybody, what is up? How is it going? And happy Tuesday afternoon or evening. I hope all of you are doing well. And I was just reading in the comments there, and Russell, I was trying to look that up for you, but then I realized I couldn't do several things at once, and so I had to stop. But hopefully someone will be able to tell you any info on that key there. And Locks NYU, all right, KW1, good answer. Good answer. Well, I'll tell you what, we've had a pretty eventful day around here. Today was our second annual hot dog eating contest, which, by the way, is actually never a good idea. Okay. And I don't know I don't even know how to think about the fact that I'm eating as many hot dogs as I can on the internet. Like, that just goes against my better judgment, yet here I am, right? So I tell you what, unfortunately, now I'm not going to tell you how many hot dogs I had or the result of the competition. That video will be coming out this Sunday. But what I can tell you is the mistake I made was after the hot dog eating competition, I may or may not have had 4 ice cream bars. And that is what I'm saying is an absolute mistake. Like, I don't know. I was in the mode of eating, I guess. That's my excuse. Highly regret it now. Okay. Like, and to top it all off, check this out, right? So we had this hot dog eating contest this afternoon during lunch. And here in 2 hours, actually, at 6 o'clock Pacific, I have a barbecue at my house with about 20 people showing up. So I have to leave here when we're done with the show and go fire up the smoker and get to cooking. So I'm not even close to hungry. Well, what the worst part is I'll probably still eat something. That's a problem. Not good, and that's a problem. But I tell you what, you're going to really enjoy the hot dog eating contest video coming out. It's pretty fun. And the prize is ridiculous. But I tell you what, let's go ahead and dive into our show today. We're going to have some fun. And, well, yeah, let's leave it at that. Let's go ahead and, oh, of course, hold on. Whoa. I'm getting all, the hot dogs got me all messed up here. So, of course, not only we're going to be going over the comments, or the comment of the week, the posts of the week. We're going to be going over the lock trivia. And of course, we're going to be announcing this week's 5 lucky Lockboss winners. So make sure you stay tuned for that. All right, here we go. Oh, one more thing. Hold on here. I'm all out of sorts. Of course, I'm drinking Topo Chico. Cheers to all you out there drinking it as well, or your favorite beverage of choice. So cheers to you. Oh, all right. Let's do this. All right. Posts of the week. This one comes from Mr. Ken Nixon. Looking good, by the way. Loving the setup you got going on there. Got the TV with our live going on in the back. That's pretty cool. He says, back from Alabama to find my winning Lockboss swag, and it's 5 o'clock somewhere. CLK shot glass. Notice appropriate mixer for Topo Chico and large TV to watch PJ and Friends. I tell you what, Ken, that looks like a good mixer for that glass there, and that for the Topo. And really cool setup you got going there. Nice little workbench, man. All nice and set up, nice and organized. It's honestly something I would have imagined of what it kind of looked like. So very cool. Ken, thanks for sending that in. Next up here, we have from Sandra K. Says, good morning. I bought the Lockboss t-shirt a few weeks ago. Love the shirt. Whoever designed the graphic did a great job. I have put my shirt in a frame. Looking forward to more shirts like that. Here's a picture of the shirt framed. Very cool, Sandra. Yeah, so you're in luck because we're coming out with a proximity remote one. I kind of showed a real terrible sample on my phone. But I actually just got mine today. So you guys might see me in something different besides this same shirt every day. But it's really cool. And Lily, by the way, designed the one I have on here and the new Prox one. And the Prox one really was really cool. So I'm excited. And I think a lot of these components on a deadbolt here are fairly kind of common on the proximity remote. There's all these sorts of parts and pieces on the PCB board and such that I think it'll be really fun to look at. So, but Sandra, thank you for the purchase of the shirt. And also thank you for sending that picture in. Very cool. All right. Next up is comment of the week. This one comes from Bobby Kendrick. He says, looks like Billy is catching on. He can almost program a vehicle as good as he can watch TV. I tell you, I think that's very true. And, so I didn't watch that video until it was live either. And I'm like, what in the world, if I'm not here, what in the world's going on? That's a good question, right? But very good, very funny, and great job to the staff for pulling that off there. That's pretty good. All right. So next up, okay, so before we get into our trivia, which is pretty good, I actually have a story for you. So if you could, Julio, go ahead and light up some story music. There we go. All right. So, as most of you know from last week, I was on vacation over in Seattle from Wednesday to Saturday. And while we were there, we were staying at the Hyatt Place, which is like directly across from the Space Needle. And it was Wednesday night. So we had driven over Wednesday morning. And Wednesday night, I was laying in bed. I don't know. I think this is about 10 o'clock. All right. And I start to hear, and so there's 5 of us, right? So I have my wife and then 3 kids with me. And so we had kind of just a shower rotation. And at the very end, my daughter wanted to go for whatever reason, my oldest daughter, Addie. And so it's about 10 o'clock at this point, and I'm sleeping. My wife and I are both sleeping. Almost all of us actually are sleeping, but my 2 oldest daughters. And at the same time, I start hearing this I don't know what kind of noise you would call it, but it wasn't normal and it didn't sound good. It was like maybe the lock jiggling, I guess would be a good way to describe it. And it kind of woke me up because I felt like it was going on for a while. And a few minutes later, I started to wake up a little bit, and I hear all of our phones go off, right, in our family group text. And I see my second, Audrey, who's 11, she gets up and goes over to her phone. And then she heads to the bathroom, and I hear her messing with it. I'm like, what in the world? So I get up, I'm like, what's going on here? And it turns out that the lock had my oldest daughter, who's 15, was locked in the hotel bathroom. And she had been in there for a half hour trying to turn the little thumb turn to open it up, but couldn't. It was just spinning, and that was kind of the noise I was hearing. So I go and I realize it's not working. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to get this apart somehow. And so we were staying in a suite. So I went over to the kitchen, grabbed a steak knife, and went back over, and with the steak knife removed all 4 of the screws holding it on. Once I got it apart, I realized that whoever put it on, they put it on like this, it wasn't. And so when it was turning, it was defaulting. It wasn't hitting the actual mechanism. And so I opened it up, got it opened up, and then I put it back together and fixed it for them. So that's a little story for it. Something weird that you don't really expect to do, but here you find yourself at 10 o'clock at night in a hotel room trying to get the bathroom open because your daughter's in there, and she was starting to freak out a little bit, but I thought about just calling maintenance and just kind of going through the labor of getting that open, and she was good that day, so I went ahead and got it open for her. But it's funny the things you do in like using the knife to do it. Afterwards, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. But now, the question I have for you though is, can you guess the manufacturer of the lock that had a latch problem? So I'll give you a minute here to answer this. So this is just a free extra one here, and see what you think here. So it was a hotel lock. It was to the bathroom. What brand do you think it is? It had a latch problem. So I'll give you a second here to put some answers in, and let's see if anybody gets it, and then we'll get on to the trivia. So this is a warm-up trivia question. And on a side note, I tell you what, it's surprisingly, a steak knife does a great job with Phillips screws. I was pretty impressed by how good that worked. All right, we've got some answers coming in. It's a fun question to ask because when you say there's latch problems, you have people immediately going to the ones that cause them problems, But okay, so the answer, the lock manufacturer of the latch, believe it or not, was MTech. So, and of course, MTechs, bless their hearts, tend to have all sorts of weird little issues, but it was an MTech. But all right, so we'll go ahead and get into this week's live. And so what came out of me doing that was these trivia questions, which is, when you go to a job or you get called out to a job, or if a customer sends you pictures of a lock that they need fixed, repaired, rekeyed, master keyed, whatever it might be, there's a lock problem. It's really good, as you're in the business for a while, to really start to be able to understand, just by looking at the lock, kind of what you have to do if you're going to be working on it, right? And so what I did is I've compiled 5 questions or 5 images, and it's really just to see if you can identify what brand and or type of lock it is. And I think it's just a good sorry, I'm reading the comments and I lost my train of thought. But no, I think it's a good practice really to get in the habit of, especially if you're new or entering in some sort of new part of the industry, is to try to familiarize yourself with kind of what you're going to see and kind of be prepared before you get there. Because, well, it's 1,000 times easier if you're going to be working on X type of lock over something else. So here we go. Let's have some fun. All right, first one up is lock number 1. What brand of lock is this? Now, it could be a really good dead giveaway because if you look at the keyhole, it's technically, from my point of view, upside down. So we're going to put your guesses in the comments, and let's see how many you get right. Give it here another minute. Give it here a few more seconds. All right, so the answer to number 1 is, that's an MTech. So I tried to easily hand it to you based on that, but that's an MTech. That's one of the many MTech styles. A lot of times it's a dead giveaway because for whatever reason they put those darn keyways upside down. It's goofy. But all right, on to the next. Oh, and if you want Julio, yeah, you can go ahead and kill that music there. Thank you. All right. Next lock is lock number 2. What Okay, so of course there's some nuance, like more than one manufacturer makes one type of a lock that looks like this. So if you think you know what the brand is, awesome, put that in there. If not, go ahead and put what type of application that it's for. But this is another good one, knowing that like when you are looking at that and you look at that keyway, that cylinder right there, you're going to want to know exactly what you're dealing with and how to get it out, right? And yeah, we're seeing some pretty good answers in here. Let's see here. All right. So answer to lock number 2 is Pella. So many of you, the screen door, storm door, man, I tell you what, these things are very common. On top of that, they tend to, I mean, I don't know if they have, I should say, a lot of problems, but there are ones that definitely you get called to that have more than your standard lock rekey. But of course, that's a profile cylinder in there, Euro cylinder, sometimes it's called. And those are important to make sure you understand how to rekey and do that sort of stuff. Of course, I already have some videos on it. On the PR11 and the PR12, which are the GMS part numbers for the replacement cylinders, and talk about how to work with them. So check that out if you don't know what's going on there. All right, lock number 3 is, what is that? Now, I did put a couple easy ones in here for you, all right? I don't want to give you all toughies. But yeah, Keith, yeah, good, Keith Moore, good comment on the 3-point. Yep. A lot of those 3 points can kind of go sideways. I think storm doors, as a rule of thumb, get abused, right? And when the storm doors, they just kind of they're roughed up all the time. And those those 3-point latches break. So, or at minimum have problems. But all right, so lock number 3 here, that's a picture. Go ahead and put your guesses in the comments. All right, and lock number 3 is, that's the Conair or Adams Right is one of the 2 of those, right? So, I mean, that's your standard mortise cylinder, aluminum storefront door. Now, of course, when you're looking at that, not only, you're going to have a mortise cylinder to replace, but it could be just a standard bolt. It could be the bottom and top bolts. I mean, there's a few different options there, but at least when customers sending you pictures, going through and thinking and looking at them is really important to understand kind of what you're going to be getting yourself involved in. All right, next up is lock number 4. Here we go. All right, now I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to put it up there, okay? So definitely, if you know what lock number 4 is, go ahead and put it in the comments. Now, this one, I know, Ed, Ed says, show us a close-up, please. I pause out. I will make the pictures bigger next time, because if you're on your phone right now and looking at that, that could be a little small. So you're right. I'll make them bigger in the future. But take a look at that one. What do you think that is? This should be, yep, John Teague says easy. Very true. But hey, I want to make sure everyone's at least going to get one right? So the answer to lock number 4 is the Quickset Smart Key. Of course, you can tell by that little slot on the left side of the keyway. And of course, if a customer sends you a picture of those, or you go to a job, you're not going to try to key it like a normal lock. So yeah, good one there. That's easy. That was a freebie to all you out there. All right, that was a freebie. Wayne Legg says throwaway special. Yeah, those things. Isn't it like the irony that a lot of times the more easy a manufacturer makes it to service it, so to speak, from their perspective, the more often the tradespeople want to throw it away. It's just a funny irony, I guess. But yep, John, good job on getting that one right, John Teague. All right, so here we go. Last but not least, number 5, and we're going to get on to our giveaway winners. Here we go. All right, what are we cooking with here? What are we cooking with? If you know what type of lock or brand it is, go ahead and throw it in the comments. And let's see if you got it right. Willard 102 says because they are junk. Yeah. It is true. All right, we got the comments coming in. We'll let a few more come in here. That's my favorite definition, G Keyman 565, crash bar. I like it. But yes, so many of you got this one right. Yep, that's a Von Duprin 99 exit device. Such a classic look, right? Of course, number 1 exit device out there in the wild, so to speak. But more importantly here, when if a customer were to send you this picture and they're wanting to rekey, or they're telling you that there's some problems going on, right? Being able to identify, okay, how is this panic device locking, right? Is it using a typical rim style, or is it, have the top and bottom? On the outside of it, of course, there's going to be most likely be some sort of a rim cylinder, right? So you're going to have to take off part of that exit device to get to it. It's just kind of making sure that you kind of know these things, right? But yeah, so that's that. That's the Von Duprin 99. Very classic look. Hopefully over time, if you haven't, you should be able just to spot when you're going in and out of stores or wherever you're at. If you are willing to pay attention a little bit, you'll really start to memorize a lot of the different panic devices. But yeah, well, there you have it. That's the 5 questions for tonight. And the question is, and what I would like to know in the comments is how many did you get right? So 1 out of 5, 2 out of 5, 3, 4, 5 out of 5. Definitely let me know in the comments. Would love to hear what you got. All right, so let's move on to the giveaway. Julio, want to go ahead and fire us up some giveaway winners music, please. And let's just hop right in here to what to do if you win. You're going to want to email us your info to sales@CLKsupplies.com or call us at 800-848-6989 and we'll send your gifts soon. How to win. Comment on our videos with the hashtag Lockboss. Winners will be chosen from comments on the previous week's videos for our weekly giveaway. And you will also be entered in to win one of 3 Lockboss bench setups, which includes a JMA Burn Simply, a Pro 3000 Universal Pinning Kit, and a Lockboss pinning mat. And that winner will be announced on September 7th, 2023. All right, so here we go. Let's get to the winners. Without further ado, winner number 1 is DJ Parrott. DJ, congratulations. Winner number 2 is Dayman Owar. Hopefully I said that right. Congratulations. Winner number 3 is First Class Lock and Key. Congratulations. Winner number 4 is Breached. Breached, congratulations. Oh, and I see in the comments right here, Dayman O'War is in the on the live right now. Congratulations, very cool. Thanks for being here. And Breached. And then last but not least, winner number 5 this week is Entry Expert. Congratulations. Now, of course, we still have for just a little bit more time, we have our Lockboss Key Adventure leather patch hat. with free with orders over $385.55, or you can buy it individually. So that's what we have going on this week. Let me cruise through the comments here. Let's see here. Let's see what we got going on. See, I saw a few comments I wanted to get to. Where were they at? Oh, bonus question. Will PJ buy a new house lock and key t-shirt? Yeah, you have them for sale? Let me know. Why not? Be cool. So how about that? Did I win? No. Cool. Let's see here. All right. Yep. Concealed. Yep. All right. Good stuff here. 3 answers right. 4 out of 5. So John got 3 answers right. Keith, 4 out of 5. Where are they at here? A half out of 5, says Wayne. 0 says Russell. 2 out of 5. Steve. Okay. Yeah. Joshua, 3 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 1 out of 5. 3 out of 5. Cool. Oh, well, good stuff. Well, hey, I'm glad, hey, it's always a good time for me when I'm hoping all of you can at least get 1 right, but 5 would be pretty good. I'm still waiting for Ken Nixon to drill me on some questions, right? Come on, Ken, 5 questions. Let's do this. Let's see here. Oh, Russell, sorry on the 0. My bad, man. I wasn't trying to call you out on that. Good stuff, everybody. Well, hey, I tell you what, I hope all of you have a wonderful week and I guess a good weekend as well coming up right around the corner here. And I'm going to be off to go to that barbecue and start cooking food that I have no interest in eating. But anyways, y'all take care. I'll leave you with a little bit of music and we'll see you next time.